This episode of Unqualified is brought to you by McDonald's, proudly serving communities since 1965. On the drive to and from my parents' house in Washington State, we almost always stop at two particular McDonald's, one in Salem, Oregon, and another in Eureka, California. At the moment, we are in the parking lot of the Salem location, and I just finished a Big Mac and fries. Even though we are just passing through, I appreciate the familiarity and feeling of community. The other day, I was looking through my mother-in-law's photo album and came across a photo where she and her friends are standing in front of a McDonald's wearing their cheerleading uniforms. I usually call my mother-in-law New Mom, but her name is Marcia. Under the photo, Marcia had written a note, and I talked her into letting me read it here. San Bernardino, California. I have so many memories of this McDonald's over the years. My father took me there on what I think was opening day. What a thrill it was as a young girl to order a chocolate shake, hamburger, and French fries. Then there was the time when my cousin Hinda and I were given a tour and allowed to take dill pickles by the cupful out of a huge barrel. We must have eaten 100 pickles each. Everyone in my family knows the story of how I accidentally missed the ketchup container and dipped a fry into my milkshake. Now when I dip fries in my shake, it's on purpose. I remember when I was 12 years old, my mother and my cousin Noel Novak, Larry's brother, picked me up from dance class, and we went for dinner to celebrate Noel's graduation from high school. Years later, when I was in high school, we would go to McDonald's every Friday night after the football game. I wish you could see this photo. Marcia couldn't remember if they won the game that night, but everyone is smiling as if they did. Wherever your local McDonald's is, there's nothing better than that wonderful feeling of community.
Why do we need quiet in the other room?
Because it's a major distraction. Every one of our listeners are going to be completely
distracted. Did you
distracted.
not know that we are like the most underproduced podcast?
Yeah, I know, but at a certain
of all
point,
fucking podcasts,
at a certain point, people, they deserve a little bit better.
You know what? It's because you have undiagnosed ADD.
I think you might have it as well.
I probably do. You're right.
We both do.
I probably have the AD or whatever. I don't know.
By the way, I have no idea what you're saying right now because I can hear all the shit in the background.
That's right. That's why, what are you going to do when you have a kid?
I don't know.
Hey, honey. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Huh?
Never mind.
Oh, no, Chris, please come here.
I'll show you this. Did you see the cartoon?
Oh,
he wants to show you something.
My sweet husband is distracting our dear guest who only has
she doesn't have that much time.
I know.
And he's showing her videos.
It's Isla Fisher. I know. You like YouTube videos. And she has to go be at a dinner. What are they talking about?
This is crazy.
Parrot in your kitchen?
What is going on? This is Amy right now talking.
Oh my God. What do you guys aren't going to ask me anything difficult?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Are you serious?
Lots.
Well, not like...
God. This isn't some political interview about...
We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Oh, God. This
promise.
isn't about sex, is it? I
do need everyone to quiet down because we are going to start this thing.
Okay, great.
No, not you, Isla. I'm talking to everybody else.
No, but listen, Isla, Sim, I love him so much. We've been friends for a really long time. We have one of the few...
Are you recording this? Is this why you're being so effusive? Oh, sorry.
No, but we have one of the very few heterosexual friendships that could survive for a decade because we know way too much about each other. But he's also incredibly
frantic. No, come on.
That's okay.
I feel
I'm on
I've
that
relaxed.
speed. I'm a bit frantic as a person.
That's generous of you.
Oh, that was sweet of you to say that. Thank you for defending me.
Definitely get nervous and speak too quickly and stress out about things that normal people don't.
You don't seem that way at all.
I know. That doesn't seem like a very typical, the stereotype of Australian. I know. That must be so annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I'm supposed to be super laid back in my sensibility, right? And just, be into, I think I have that side too, but just like everyone, it's like balancing, so many balls in the air. Balls.
I
just enjoyed saying that.
Wait, how can I say it like you? Boobs.
That was British. Hang on, I've lost my accent. Balls.
It's like you're speaking sort of on the, like with a higher, like on the roof, like a slightly on the back of your mouth.
Yeah, it's maybe
more.
opening if I was to teach anyone to an Australian accent, I'd say open the back of your throat, open it right out, and you'll make the sound without having to try it.
I feel like a snake about to chew this microphone.
That's amazing. That's very good.
Oh my God, I love
Was that really good though?
Yes. She sounded Australian. She didn't sound British. She sounded British before.
To me, it sounded Australian, but you would know though. But you would
Correct.
know.
So earlier as we were prepping for you, we had talked about, I wanted to, now that we sort of talk about accents and stuff, because they scrapped the idea, but I was thinking about how you would imitate an American doing a bad Australian accent.
Well, there's one famous case, of course, which is, you know, people use in Australia regularly, which is when Meryl Streep uttered the incredible sentence about the missing dingo.
Right.
But actually, when you go back retrospectively and watch that movie, it was actually the accent was perfect. I just think there's something.
Oh, and it was just sound like that.
But can you tell our audience, because I love that.
A dingo took my baby.
Oh, I thought the dingo ate my baby. It was took?
No, maybe it was 8.
Oh, it was 8,
I might have been
right?
a very small child when I saw that story.
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Warby Parker. Warby Parker was founded with a rebellious spirit and the lofty goal of creating boutique-quality eyewear at a revolutionary price point. Sunglasses, with or without a prescription, start at $95 and, just like eyeglasses, are available through their home try-on program. You just choose 5 pairs and see which ones you like. I was surprised by how quickly they arrived, which presented me with the immediate problem of deciding which ones to keep. I loved all of them, so you can guess what happened. And not only can you feel good about how cool you look, you can also feel good knowing that for every pair of glasses sold, Warby Parker distributes a pair of glasses to someone in need through partnerships with nonprofits like Vision Spring. Offering eyeglasses, sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams, Warby Parker is committed to providing exceptional vision care online and in stores. So put your FSA or HSA dollars to good use on Warby Parker prescription glasses, prescription sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams. Try Warby Parker's free home try-on program. Order 5 pairs of glasses to try at home for free for 5 days. There's no obligation to buy. Ships free and includes a prepaid return shipping label. Try 5 pairs of glasses at home for free at warbyparker.com/unqualified. That's warbyparker.com/unqualified. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by State Farm. And in honor of their surprisingly great auto insurance rates, I'm going to tell you about a particularly surprising day on set. It takes me a long time to read a script. For almost every line of dialogue, I will stop to figure out why my character would say it, how it fits in the conversation, and how it's going to come out of my mouth. Between the lines, there are larger chunks of text which describe everything else happening in the scene. Maybe what a room looks like, what characters are wearing, and what they're doing. As I often underestimate how long everything in my life takes, I know I can make up some time by reading those larger chunks a little faster. I got the script for Overboard about 6 months before we started production. I read it in my warm living room, wearing comfortably warm clothes, sipping from a warm mug of tea. Somehow, it never occurred to me that when you jump off a boat in the middle of the ocean, the water is surprisingly cold. And it doesn't get any warmer on take 2. Here at Unqualified, we love State Farm because they provide coverage that meets your needs at a surprisingly great rate. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Isla Fisher, thank you so much for being here tonight.
So welcome. I wish I'd prepared some anecdotes of
No. We're gonna do all the work, and then you have to like be game to our stupidity. But the first time I met you was, I don't know if you remember, but
you gave me an award.
Yes, you do remember.
I was such a big fan. It was so exciting.
What was the award?
it was
MTV Breakout Star,
yeah.
1991. Just kidding. 2005. That's the first and only. Now I can only say I've won that, and also I'm a SAG member. That's as good as it gets.
Listen, the only award I have is a Stony, which is from High Times Magazine, which is a bong. Been nominated for an MTV Movie Award for Best Kiss, not even for... Anyway, whatever. But yeah, so, but you were so lovely, and you're so brilliant and beautiful. And
thank you.
And I'm so happy. Like, one of the great things about this podcast has been getting to meet and connect with a lot of other women in particular that I really admire. And because we don't necessarily get to do that in our workspace. Because,
no, we don't.
Right? Like, because there's so many men.
There are sort of hushed, meetings occasionally in corridors at, events or parties where you go, I really love you in this, and you were great in that. And then is your lipstick on straight? Mine's smeared. And then it's moving on.
And you're like, I really love that person. I wish I got to know them better. Anyway, so thank you so much for being here, because you're definitely one of those people in my life.
Thank you.
So I really appreciate it. Okay, so now
my husband, by the way, before I forget, wants to dispel the rumor that he can't pronounce your name. He says there's a rumor going around town that he doesn't know your name is Anna and not Anna.
Okay, but wait. We have a name. You and I have that
the same
common.
situ.
Yes.
I know.
But when British people say my name,
they say Anna.
Yeah, and it so doesn't bother
people
me.
Say
it sounds elegant
Sasha here
and
instead
beautiful.
of Sasha.
Oh, it is Sasha.
Yeah, it's Sasha. Everyone calls him Sasha.
Oh. But I think it would sound weird for someone with an American accent to say Sasha. For me, with an American accent, if I called him Sasha, it would just sound a little weird, I think. Don't you think?
Yeah, say it.
Oh, hey, Sasha, nice to meet you.
No, because that's his name. So it sounds normal to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I think that, I don't know, that like now I'm wondering if I have been pronouncing this. Oh, fuck. Isla, what the fuck are you doing to me? So wait, what's the most common mispronunciation?
I get called Ulsa, Ilsa, Ailsa. What sometimes someone confidently says my name correctly, and then someone else sort of mispronounces my name and says Isla, and then the person that said my name correctly will join the person that said it incorrectly, because I'm not a big corrector.
But I am saying it right?
You are.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank God.
No.
Really
You guys are both. You're not.
I went to my
corrector
narcissist territory.
But Isla is saying that you're.
I'm not a corrector.
You're not
either.
a corrector.
No, it feels ugly. It doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel good, and you can feel intent behind someone.
And I also blame my parents. It's not the person who's attempting to pronounce my name.
No.
My husband and I have a great relationship. I love him so much. I totally suspect that the reason he calls me honey is because he doesn't know how to pronounce my name. I'm serious, you guys. I don't know if he's ever said Anna.
Well, I just saw him eat an entire apple, so anything is possible. He doesn't even leave the core.
Oh, listen, that's what happens when you grow up in Washington State. Like, you just eat the whole fucking thing. It's not wasn't. Okay, so we do a lot of ridiculous things on this podcast.
Oh, God.
So if you're okay with this, this is a segment called How Would You Proceed?
Oh, I like it.
Okay. Let's find out how much you like it in a minute here. Okay. You have been dating a great man.
Okay, this is a world where you're single.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Sorry.
Okay,
Yes.
sorry.
Yes. Listeners, this is a world where Isla is single. She's not married to a huge movie star. But she's, yeah. Well, Sam's getting anxious because he hears a child in the background.
Oh,
I love you.
I love that little boy. He's so cute. He came over. He was so polite. He had manners. It's like meeting a French child.
Oh, wait, Chris is like big on the man. I mean, at least we're trying to be.
So good.
Right?
It's so good. It's so hard. You try to model that behavior and then you're not supposed to really overcorrect. But anyway, it's so hard.
And I don't know. It's important to us to have an acknowledgement of other people and stuff. But it's also feels, anyway, this is
No, I'm not.
toddler talk with Anna and Isla.
You continue. You look at me like I want you to keep moving, but I'm enjoying the toddler talk.
Oh.
Oh, sweet Sim. Okay, this is how
Sim, S-I-M?
Yeah.
What is it short for?
Simran.
Where's
India.
Indian.
Yeah.
Simran, what does it mean?
I think it means repetition of God. I think.
Oh, that's nice.
repetition of God.
The God's name or something to do with that. I don't know.
Wow,
It's not anywhere in your birth order?
What do you mean, wow? I'm pretty sure that's what it means.
he's the firstborn of
Yeah.
2 other siblings.
Right.
But repetition of God, like God.
That's probably right.
Sorry, I'm an asshole. Okay, so this is how do you proceed?
Okay, how do I proceed? Sorry.
Yeah. You have been dating a great man, Dr. Lawrence Murray, for 6 months.
It's an entirely fictitious character. I'm not going to find out later on he's a serial killer that I should have Googled. Oh gosh.
Yeah, no, you Googled him. Like, things are going great.
Yes.
You're in love. He's a pediatric brain surgeon.
Oh, that's very attractive.
He loves comedy. One night while drinking his vintage Scotch collection, from his vintage Scotch collection. This is a Sim edition here.
No,
34,000.
that wasn't.
Fine, it was mine. $34,000 bottle of Yamazaki. You both start to get a little tipsy. He turns to you, grabs your face. Well, gently caresses your face. And says, "You have the most beautiful skin on a woman I've ever seen. It's like porcelain." Which brings me to my point. You can clearly tell that I value complexion by looking at my face. I attribute this to being breastfed until the age of 8.
What's his name again?
Dr. Lawrence Murray.
Wow, Dr. Lawrence.
Just call me Doc.
Okay, Doc. How did it make you feel to wean so late in life? How did that affect your relationship with your mother?
Oh, we're very close. We're still very close. But she also alternated. I had a wet nurse for a while. So there was there's a lot of alteration. And I know that's why I have such healthy bacteria in my intestines.
Yes, well, obviously your immune system will mimic the person that you're breastfed from. So you also have your wet nurses.
Damn, you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Doc. I don't know if your skin is entirely...
If we had babies,
Yeah.
would you breastfeed for a long time? I mean, I know it's hard. It's not always like the easy... I understand. I'm an empath.
I feel like, honestly, Doc, I feel like this is premature. I'm really enjoying getting to know you, and I think you're a great guy. But ultimately, that decision would be kind of my choice, and I can't predict what kind of labor I'm going to have and how I'm going to feel postpartum.
Babe. Look around. You could have all of this.
Yeah. Do you want me to breastfeed you?
You have really fucking smoking nipples.
I can't promise you that I could lactate, but there are tribes in Brazil, allegedly, where you suck hard enough and milk will come even without having...
Babe, they're like that, they're like orbs, the tiniest little balonies. Like if you could slice up tiny, 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 beautiful pink little balonies into perfect little cylinders, babe, that's your nipple eye.
Oh my God, Doc, just the way you're talking to me is so horny.
That's your nipple eye. Tiny little balonies. Where did that come
But
from?
I don't even know what a bologna is.
It's a cold cut. Like turkey.
It's not
American-
kosher. Got it. That's why I couldn't picture it.
It's very...
It's a pork
pink.
product.
It's
It's a pork product. Right.
very,
Sliced
very
up
pretty.
pork.
Oh, Isla, first of all, like, hands down. Like you are. I love how game you are.
By the way.
Really, I
That
had
was
no
great.
idea it was this sort of show. It's amazing.
Isn't it awful?
It's so fun.
Oh God,
Wait
bless
until
you.
wait until you get into part 2.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
so now here's another. How would you proceed?
Okay.
A single woman. You've been dating Nicholas for 7 months. You're wildly in love. He invites you to his family vacation at the Four Seasons in Costa Rica. So when you arrive, you meet his parents for the first time. His father, Leonard, hugs you and says, "So great to finally meet you. I've heard so many good things. You can call me Leo, or hopefully one day, Dad." I have to get one thing off my chest. I masturbated to you in Wedding Crashers.
Oh, what a jokester you are. What a jokester. Nikki, your dad is hilarious. What a great sense of humor you have.
Slayed it.
That would be unbelievable. Because as you know, as a woman, barely 30, it's not that offensive, the idea that someone might find you still fuckable. I drive a minivan. I mean, so even if it is, said potential
Totally.
Beau's father.
So is it more creepy or more flattering, or a combination of both?
Since I got the minivan, it's really shaked my confidence to the core. Now, I needed a minivan because I have 3 tiny people and they fit. But, I feel a bit like I've given up on life.
And that it is a complicated question, of course, because of course it feels good to be lusted after, whatever.
Right.
Like,
And I was
man or
kind of
woman.
picturing a Robert Redford type. Is that inaccurate?
It is inaccurate. This is Leonard.
Leonard, what does Leonard look like? Oh, no, wait, I retake that answer. I pictured a white suit.
And listen, Leonard's been drinking like high quality craft beer for about 64 years.
Oh, gosh.
And
Before high quality craft beer was a thing.
yeah, he wears. He doesn't wear a Speedo, but he
Budgie
wears,
smugglers.
I don't know what that is, but I love that idea.
It's a colloquialism from Australia. It's another word for Speedo, but you're smuggling a budgie down there.
Budgie. Oh my God, I love that. Can
Yeah,
we remember that?
We have to
Budgie?
remember that.
This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by ZocDoc. Who gets excited about trying a new restaurant that has 2 out of 5 stars? When it comes to finding healthcare, don't ratings matter even more? ZocDoc is a free app where you can compare doctors, read reviews from real patients, and even make same-day appointments. When I finally called to reschedule my dentist appointment, I was told that my dentist had been retired for nearly 3 years. In my defense, parking was a nightmare. Through ZocDoc, I found a new dentist who had great reviews, took my insurance, and whose office was actually within walking distance. I was also able to book an appointment instantly without talking to a receptionist who made me feel guilty about not having my teeth cleaned for 3 years. My new dentist didn't make me feel guilty either, and only suggested I floss a little more often. Whether you need a primary care physician, dentist, dermatologist, psychiatrist, eye doctor, or other specialist, ZocDoc makes healthcare easy. Now is the time to prioritize your health. Go to ZocDoc.com/unqualified and download the ZocDoc app. Sign up for free and book a top-rated doctor who might be available as soon as today. That's ZocDoc.com/unqualified. This episode of Unqualified is brought to you in part by Osea. Wondering what to gift your friends and family this holiday season? Female founded over 25 years ago by a mother and daughter team, Osea's award-winning cleansers, serums, face moisturizers, and body products give you the results you want. Skin that looks and feels amazing. I recently got to try Osea's new body butter, which, like their now famous Undaria algae body oil, transforms dry skin without being greasy, has the same incredible scent, and leaves your skin soft, smooth, and healthy looking. If my experience is any indication, you can count on your partner giving you a lot of compliments. This holiday season, stock up and share your new favorite clean skincare and body care with your friends and family. Unqualified listeners get 10% off your first order with promo code ANNA at OseaMalibu.com. You'll get free samples with every order, and orders over $50 get free shipping. Gifting is always easier if you start early, so head to OSEAMalibu.com. Use code ANNA.
Okay, so I think he obviously has bad boundaries, Leonard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just don't. I'm not the kind of person that would be able to correct them. I feel like I'd have to laugh it
Would you
off.
bring it up with Nikki in bed later? Like you're back at your hotel room?
Fairly sure at that point I'm on a plane home.
Really?
Wow.
Even if Nikki's like
Was he drunk when he said it?
a little bit, just a little bit buzzed at the pool.
He didn't say something racist. He didn't say something, he didn't reveal some politically offensive. He basically, it's sort of sexual harassment, but in a social setting, I don't know.
I feel like you.
What would you do?
I would have to
Honestly.
bring it up with Nikki.
What would you say to Nikki?
I would say
Nikki, your dad's a pervert?
something a
Which
little bit
scene,
weird.
too? Did he masturbate over the boob scene, or did he just masturbate over, like, the scene where I meet for the
Is
first
that
time?
really an important question?
No. I was trying to be funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I would have to before I ended things with Nikki because Nikki's great, and maybe doesn't take after his dad. Maybe I could let him be like, oh yeah, my fucking Leonard, man.
Yeah.
Like he's always doing that kind of fucking shit because he's that way. Please, this is why after 7 months you haven't met them, and we had to
Yeah.
go to Costa Rica to meet them. You know, babe.
But what if he does it again then? Like if Nikki talked to you and everything was fine, but then he says something else that's completely inappropriate during that same vacation. At this point, what do you do?
Well, does Nikki have to talk to his dad?
After he spoke to his dad, but his dad doesn't relent.
No. But that's the thing. Does Nikki? What if Nikki's can't talk to Leonard, and be like, Dad, please don't be such a fucking creep around my hot girlfriend.
Well, here's the thing. Nikki should talk to his dad regardless. That's the right thing to do after the first time he sees it or witnesses it. That should be a conversation immediately.
But because Nikki is an attorney with the Southern Poverty Law Center, he is living off Daddy's
I
money.
forgot about that. That's true.
Yes.
So Nikki's father is subsidizing. Yeah, he's a dependent.
He's a trustafarian.
So he can't. That's a really, really good point.
So he can't necessarily be like, Dad, ease up, because he feels
He can't.
owned.
No, because he needs money. Yeah.
So does Nikki ask me to just take it on the chin?
Will you take it on the chin?
He works for Southern Poverty Law.
I'm pretty sure I'm on that plane. Does that make me too judgy?
No.
Nope.
That's why we ask these
Yep,
questions.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If they weren't challenging, they would. Okay, should we do the second one? Or
Yeah,
should we
let's just do it quickly.
Okay, you were called. This is another. How do you proceed? You were called in by a studio head for a chemistry session opposite Daniel Day-Lewis for a giant tentpole movie called White Girl Wasted. The script is getting early Oscar talk. They want you for the female lead, of course.
Thank you, Anna.
The meeting is going great, and you and Daniel really hit it off. Right before you read, Daniel excuses himself to use the restroom. When he comes back, you notice that his fly is down and his left ball is hanging out. How do you proceed?
I lick it.
Perfect.
Get down
That's
all
the best
fours, and
answer.
I lick it.
You got the role. That's how we did it back in the old day, huh? How do you think I got Scary Movie 1, 2, 3, and 4? a little Daniel ball. See, what people don't know is that the reason I got the Wayans saw me because Daniel Day-Lewis called them after I licked his balls.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that Daniel Day-Lewis and the Wayans brothers
Oh
were
my gosh!
tight.
Okay, so now we are going to move on to another improv-y thing.
Oy vey.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. I wish I'd listened to
But
the
you know
show
what?
before I come
but
in.
I know. You would be like, I'm leaving.
Oh, she doesn't know about the callers then.
Oh,
I don't know anything about
This
this
is great.
show.
You are
Okay.
so
Leave
kind.
my
This is going to be. This
house.
is.
Why
By the way,
you're
you're
more
being.
kind.
I love that you're just so game for this.
Yeah.
But am I doing the worst job?
You're one of our best.
no, you're slaying
You're
it.
you're doing. You're
Because I have
kicking
no
ass
idea
right
what's
now.
happening, and I'm worried I've revealed something
No.
about
Just
my
keep
character
doing what you're
that
doing.
proves that I'm deeply flawed. I've
that you're
suspected this for
that you're
years.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
That's that you're funny. That you're okay. So now I do this little bit where I play a character named Karen Sarducci. And she is the. Should I just start playing her?
Well, we should
okay.
give her a little bit of background who she is.
You're coming into a general meeting with Karen Sarducci. She's the CEO or she's the
She's
head.
the chair.
She's the head executive of Imaginarium Studios. You know exactly who this person is. And so I'm going to pitch you a few ideas.
Okay, great. How desperate am I in my career right now? Is it like me? I've got Nocturnal Animals coming
it's you.
out, so I'm feeling okay.
Yeah, it's you. You're at a good place. You're
I'm right now,
a great
you know,
place.
And
You're a
up
big
and
movie
down.
star.
And I'm her assistant, Donovan. Isla, it's so nice to meet you. I'm Donovan.
Hi, Donovan. Pleased to meet you.
So Karen is excited to meet you. Can I get you anything to drink before you walk in?
I'm okay. Actually, you know what? I'll just get a sparkling water if you've got one.
Here you go. It's right
Thank
here.
you.
LaCroix. And look, Karen just walked in. Karen, I'd like you. Karen, I'd like you to meet Isla Fisher.
Isla.
Hi.
Hi, Isla. Oh my gosh. I have a little bit of a cold, otherwise I would shake your hand or hug you. It's so nice to meet you.
Oh, thank you. It's so nice to meet you.
No. I have been a fan of yours for a very, very long time. And my children, Milo and Ventimiglia, we were vacation recently. Donovan, where were we?
Wait, I don't know. She's laughing about something. I don't know.
No, I wasn't. I couldn't hear your son's the last name that you
My
mentioned.
son and daughter, Milo and Ventimiglia.
Oh,
No,
Ventimiglia.
two sons.
Where's Ventimiglia from? Where's that name from? Just curious.
It's a family name, an old family name.
Oh, yeah.
But we were recently in Prague, and they were talking about how much they loved you. They have their finger on the pulse. They're 14 and 16. They have their finger on the pulse of all of Hollywood, you know. And so, anyway, they said, "Mommy, please sit down with Isla Fisher because she's a comedic genius, and she's
they're
sexy,
huge fans.
and
They're huge
They're
fans.
huge fans. Shut the fuck up, Donovan.
Sorry.
Anyway, I'm sorry. You know. So I wanted to throw a couple of ideas past you of some movie ideas to see if you're interested. Now, the scripts aren't fully fleshed out, but we will. I don't know. I feel like it'll be a sort of, a work in progress. The first project I wanted to run by you to see if you were interested in is Gravity 2. You're familiar with Gravity.
Yes, of course. Brilliant. I didn't know you produced that. Congratulations.
thank
It's
you.
such a great film.
She didn't produce
Fuck
it.
you.
Oh.
Donovan, shut the fuck up.
But you saw it. You have the
We have the rights
Great.
to the sequel. So we're imagining Gravity, and this the thing is that Sandy got an Oscar, and now we want you to get an Oscar.
You know I'm not Amy Adams, right? Did you know it's Isla Fisher. I'm
Yes.
not. Oh, sorry.
You're the British girl.
I'm actually Australian, but
Queens,
I've been to
isn't
Britain
it
a lot.
The whole Queens
It's part of the Commonwealth.
I put down Australia right here.
Okay. Okay, so Gravity 2, I lost my grip, too much Vaseline. What we're thinking is that in the sequel to Gravity, you're in the space station, right? Of course. You've always loved space.
I do. I've always wanted to go to space. Astrophysics is
who wouldn't?
fascinating. I know someone actually who works at NASA, and I've seen the Endeavour upside down. I've been to the Science Center.
It's wonderful. Already, you've done your homework. I love this. Okay, so now there's been a late shipment on your recent resupply thing or whatever. You love to moisturize. You've run out of body lotion.
Oh,
So you've resorted to Vaseline.
right.
Now, when you go out on your daily spacewalk, you lose your grip.
I'm so sorry. I'm not laughing. I think that's it. Now, let me ask about the genre. Is it a comedy or is it a drama?
Oh.
It's a thriller.
Drama.
Drama. Right.
Sorry, did you not hear the part about the Oscar?
Yeah, no, I know, but I feel like there's more momentum towards, award season now for comedies with Will Ferrell being nominated and
Blah, 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 that's just talk. Nobody really, no.
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 So I lose my grip. I'm slipping.
You lose your. Now we're thinking that George is going to come back for Gravity 2.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't George
Clooney.
Floated
but he died. He died.
No. He didn't. It was unclear.
Brad will do
was
it.
unclear.
I think Brad would do it. He didn't
Can you
float
get
away.
him?
I mean, I'm sure I could. It's
like
it's
this.
a great move for him.
I like this go-getter attitude.
Yeah. We
Interesting.
could try to get Brad.
like it.
All right. I like that too. Brad could be George.
Yeah.
He's floated away, and as you slip away, you grab him back.
Oh, but my hands will slip and slide off his masculine torso.
All right. Well, let's work in progress. So think about that one. You can tell me if you're in or out later. Talk through your people or whatever you want to do. Now, the second movie that we have acquired the rights to, of course, is Crocodile Dundee. But we're doing a female version. Now, I know that you think like, oh, because I'm British, like this is a natural fit for me.
She's Australian.
I'm so sorry, I'm Australian.
So I felt like somebody was talking. Anyway, this is called Crocodile Dundette.
Crocodile. Could I just recommend Crocodile Dun Tits?
Interesting.
Dun tits. Crocodile dun tits. Crocodile Dundussy.
Crocodile Dun Clitoris.
Crocodile dun clit. I
Crocodile.
like this though. I love how you're brainstorming. This is exciting. So in this movie that we've envisioned, Crocodile dun clit, you're adopted.
Oh.
But you've always been drawn to reptiles, and you're not even quite sure why. You want to become a herpetologist since the age of 9.
You've always been drawn to reptiles. You're not even sure quite why.
But at age 17, you find out that you're Paul Hogan's daughter.
Wow.
Now
So it's a movie within a movie?
No. I mean,
Paul Hogan's character.
Oh, sorry.
The Crocodile Dundee.
Okay, forgive me. Yeah.
anyway, you have that. Apparently, there's some. You might not know this because you're from England, but there's some large, like, I don't know, 82-foot long crocodiles that live in the salt in Australia.
The saltwater
Very,
crocodiles. Yeah.
Yeah, you do know. Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
Already,
I'm
Donovan, note
Australian.
that.
I'm
She
just going
knows
to,
it.
Donnie, if you could just write a note down just that I am Australian.
I already wrote that for her.
Okay.
So imagine you're in Australia, which I'm not sure if you've been there before, but
Oh, wow.
but you're face to face with 123 meter long saltwater crocodile. Mm-hmm. And you have the courage to take your Bowie knife and just jam it right in its throat. Right in its fucking throat.
It's a trailer moment.
I think so.
I got chills. Did you get chills, Isla?
I did, Donnie. I got chilled.
oh,
But
you know-
what? But sorry. Can I just ask? So, is it a kind of is it a comedic take on Crocodile Dundee? Is it me in the wild? I don't really know how to handle the animals.
You, it's a journey. It's a father-daughter journey. It's about you actually connecting.
Me and Mel Gibson.
Is he still out, Donovan? Or
no,
do we let him back in?
Mel Gibson is fine now. He's okay. He had a movie out
He's
called
fine
Hacksaw
now.
Ridge.
Eric
He's
Bana is
okay.
a probably, more relatable choice.
British, though. I don't. Okay, we'll work on that. Mm-hmm. Oh, we do have a deal with Justin Bieber. We have a deal with Justin Bieber.
Yeah, we have to. We have a deal where we have to put Justin Bieber in 3 movies. So,
Justin Bieber.
Is he dressed as the alligator because he seems too young to play my father? I'm confused about his role in the piece. He's my lover.
You work a tour guide where you show tourists these incredibly large saltwater crocodiles.
And does he entertain them? Does he sing to them? Does he say he's sorry? And they all just... Is he like Dr. Dolittle? Or, sorry, am I the actual animal wrangler in the story? I'm sorry. Didn't follow that part.
Did she apologize? Because
I don't think she really apologized. I didn't feel like it was heartfelt.
I didn't either. No. He's you both work sort of this like tourist raft boats, but you are the one who actually has the passion for the animal, and Justin. Now listen, I know Justin he's known as a singer and performer, but he really wants to act, and isn't he wonderful?
He's
Donovan?
terrific. He's terrific.
So wonderful.
He's a natural.
Oh, I saw him do a monologue from this play from the Holocaust called I Never Saw Another Butterfly, where he played a small child who was bemoaning the loss of his family. Anyway,
I'm not really
I think you'd be
comfortable.
a perfect match.
This is so flattering. I've really enjoyed meeting you both. I don't know that
Right.
I necessarily, I've not worked with Justin Bieber. I'm not familiar with this particular piece you mentioned. Sorry.
Right. Crocodile Dunklet.
No, I mean the play that you mentioned. It seems like it's making
don't worry about that. But that was just a preliminary.
I know his comments on Anne Frank were pretty offensive, and I just feel like I don't know.
Now, see, I would beg to differ. Mm-hmm. Now, because I feel like if you were to put me at any stage in time, let's say I was in ancient Egypt. And, something horrible happened to me. I would like to think I would have been a believer. I think there was a huge... We'd already signed our deal before that happened. Okay, can we just move on?
Okay. Well, I really appreciate this meeting, and...
I do too. Oh, Milo and Ventimiglia are going to be so thrilled.
Do you want to take a picture for him, for the kids, or?
That would be lovely.
With Donovan. I don't need it. Not for me.
I would like a picture with
Did
you.
you not see all that?
Oh, I thought you meant for your children. I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
No,
they don't.
I would like a picture with you.
Oh,
I'll take it.
That's weird.
Thank you, Karen.
I'm sorry, Isla.
That was amazing. The voice is so good. It's so good. You have to know, everybody in this room, you have to know that what she just did is exactly what it's like.
It's a regular character. She's
unbelievable.
Yeah,
it's so amazing. It's like I had a visceral reaction to it. It's so good. It's brilliant. You have to do a movie with that character.
Or like a web series, a Karen Sarducci web series. That would be hilarious.
Let me show you a little fan art because this is so fun.
Wait, you have to do. She has to do something
where are you
with
going?
this.
Yeah, it's amazing. And
It's just the voice and the pace of the
perfect,
speech
right?
and the sort of trailing off and it's
Yeah, wait, describe what you're looking at, Anna.
Okay, we're looking at she's kind of wearing, you read it because you have to do the voice.
So who drew that? Was that from Dave or no?
This is from Josh Stevens.
Josh Stevens.
Stebbins.
Josh Stebbins. Yeah, he does a lot of great
Josh,
art for
you
us.
are brilliant. Anyway, you sent me this beautiful picture
That is
I
brilliant.
play Karen Sarducci, and
It's so brilliant. It's so brilliant.
but it's that
Because it's such a...
although
it's-
she's much sexier than I imagine my Karen is.
But I mean, I'm embarrassed to admit this, particularly on on a podcast. But the amount of gigs that I've got because somebody's kids
Really?
just really liked you in Hot Rod, or really liked you in Confessions of a Shopaholic.
I know,
And it's, I mean, I don't begrudge, by the way, I
Yeah.
completely understand. And
Right.
it's equally as flattering as if an adult, but it's just,
Sure.
it is amazing to me that, that it can come down to that.
Can you imagine, like, if Milo was like, Mom, you don't fucking get it, Mom. No, nobody cares about, like, fucking Tom Hanks, like, finding, like, I don't know, the security to the world, Mom. Nobody fucking gives a shit, man. Like, don't do that, Mom.
That's how you imagine Milo.
Yeah, right? Or like any
yeah.
studio executive
Yeah.
kids. Like, God, Mom, you don't even fucking get it, Mom. What the fuck, man? Nobody wants to see that shit, Mom.
Yeah.
Do you think? Okay, here's the thing.
Oh
So
my
you-
God,
you-
I think I would like throw my child down the stairs.
I have a question for both of you, since you both have young children,
Mm-hmm.
and they're both going to grow up in Los Angeles, and they're going to go to private schools with other privileged parents who probably work in Hollywood, and they're going to have like these real like adult conversations about the industry and talking about. And it's just like, I feel like, do you think LA is a strange place because it's so confined to that industry, especially where you send your kids to school, and how do you kind of balance that?
I always feel like Hollywood, for me, reminds me of at my high school, they'd post the results of your exams up on the wall.
Oh my God.
So yeah, and so if for the kids that weren't necessarily engaged or enjoyed that topic and hadn't studied, they were, you were shamed. And I feel a bit like opening weekend. It's like, you're just there, you're confronted by posters, your ever changing status, which gives status anxiety all the way, and you're just sort of seeing images of people that maybe took gigs that you weren't able to do or didn't want to do for every reason, or you didn't get, you tried really hard for and you struggled and just didn't make the cut. And so it's just it's continually like having your results up. There's no escape from the,
That's a great way to put it. And that's actually like been the relief of this podcast, in like not only getting to like know people that I love and admire from afar intimately, but also kind of the relief of like, this is just me, and I don't know what else to sort of to do, and like the only time I think I make it in the tabloids is when I'm like stars without makeup, or I joke about that.
stars
shit a
are
lot.
just like us, picking up dog shit.
yeah. Stars are just like us.
Getting picking.
And she's not wearing makeup. Look at her baby fat. But under like being under a microscope is really hard. But I think that doesn't everyone in every industry now feel that way too, with kind of social media stuff and.
No, I just not that I'm trying to promote something, but I just wrote a kids book series actually and released it in England. And during the interview,
we know
I was
about this.
asked about
This is margin charge.
margin charge, and I was asked about what my husband does in regards to our family in the evenings. This is on a on a TV show, Australian TV show. And I don't talk about my husband publicly, and I don't talk about my children, even though motherhood is my favorite topic off the record, because they have a right to anonymity, and I don't want them to. They should choose if and when they want to be seen. It's not up to me to use them to sell something or promote myself or any, I don't even think it helps. But anyway, so I was asked this question, and then I sort of politely skirted it, and then I was asked it again. And then again, I'm live on air. I said, I don't want to answer that. I'm so sorry. But, and I thought I was being actually quite graceful. And then I got asked it again. I said, I'm really sorry. I don't want to answer that question, because it's such a different situation telling an anecdote about your husband on a set environment at work than it is to our personal life. Anyway, what was interesting, sorry, this is really boring. You can always cut this out.
No, it's so
What
good.
was interesting is it became a tabloid story in England that I wanted to keep my privacy. So it used to be a tabloid story when you revealed anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Now it's a story if you
what does
want
she
to
have
keep
to
your privacy.
hide?
We live in social media. This new world
Right.
is like it's
Where denial
news that
is-
you want to keep something
Yeah.
back.
Right. Yeah. Where it
It's
is
shocking,
like,
yes.
it's like, there's a secret.
Yes.
Let's keep
Why does she want
digging,
to keep? Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of like, I mean, back when I started out, it was, when reality TV began, it was shocking that people were comfortable revealing personal things. It sort of felt like, oh my goodness, but don't they want to hold on to that so that when they create a character, we don't know that it's not really their identity because we don't know anything about them.
No, I completely understand, and Chris and I are we talk about this a lot. We grapple with a lot of the ideas of being a public couple, and for the first time, I've talked about this in the podcast before, but like for the first time, like I don't know, maybe a year ago or 10 months ago, we were in the public a little bit. Like there's some tabloid rumors about like strain in our relationship. And I just remember feeling so hurt in a way that bothered me because I didn't want to think of myself as somebody who could be affected by
People that you haven't met.
or tabloid shit, just like, oh, can't I just slough it off? But I remember feeling like, and there's like a picture of me like walking alone on the beach.
Oh,
and
wow. Brilliant.
Aging Anna Faris alone on the beach. And I just remember being like, oh my God, what if like,
Yeah.
it hurts my mealy.
But how did you, I'm knocking on some kind of wood here, because I haven't had that situation, but how did you, what hurt the most? Was it the public exposure, thinking, oh, this is how people perceive me and my husband, or was it just like, what was it that made you feel the most vulnerable?
I think it was a combination of things. It was definitely, I mean, I take pride in how great my relationship is with Chris. And but having said that, of course, in this crazy world where he's off doing movies and I'm in LA raising our child, like, of course I'm going to feel vulnerable like any normal human would.
Yeah.
And so it did make me feel like the bleeding in of like is public perception, like even though it's false, like is there a grain of that's how it made me feel incredibly insecure.
Yeah.
And
it's also sort of indefensible because how do you say to the public, this isn't true.
Right.
And who really, because the public are so used to being spun and, there've been
right
stories of like, oh, we're so in love. And then the next week they release a statement, we've split up. So everybody, it's taking it with a grain of salt.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's much more interesting to see a story about a tumultuous relationship than like a peaceful one.
Yeah.
But no, I think
Is the best course of action to just never
that's
respond?
what I've been
that's
told.
what
Even
what is the
though
best course of action?
I think it is to never respond. My knee-jerk reaction was to be like, fuck you.
Release a sex tape. Oh, yeah? You think I'm old and walking down the beach? This is me doing it starfish position.
Oh. As my child cries in the background. But
I love talking about starfish position in front of children.
This makes me think, though, what if you and I released a sex tape?
Oh, my goodness.
Like,
I just feel like our bodies...
like Faris still has it.
Faris
like
and Fisher.
She's got like, she can still attract like,
She got a ginger.
She can still,
highly in demand.
Okay, wait. What's the temperature on that word, by the way?
It's funny. I mean, I don't love it. No, I feel like it's, I mean, I feel like I can say it, but I don't like it. I don't know. I know there was, I think there was recently, I don't want to get all political and heavy and it's not the sort of show, but I think, being judged for anything like that's aesthetic and out of your control it just feels like fascism.
Yeah, I was doing this weird movie years ago in London, and there was a show late at night called "Fuck Off, I'm a Ginger." And
Wait, is that a real show?
yeah,
It was called "Fuck Off" was
God.
in the title.
I was telling you about this earlier. You don't ever fucking listen to me.
I thought you were telling me about the Fat Kid show.
Yeah, that's called Can Fat Kids Hunt?
Right, can Fat Kids Hunt?
And that was
That's right.
That's a real show.
It
Wait,
was
in England, a cable show?
Yes, yeah. And at 9:30
We live in
on
a crazy world.
It made me feel good about being an American in a weird way. Like I hadn't really felt kind of good about that for a little while. So I was like, well, at least we don't have a show in America called "Fuck Off, I'm a Ginger."
Yeah. But wait, was he? It's it is a defiant. I'm proud of being ginger.
Yes,
or
yeah.
was it like?
But it was also mocking. It was also like lots of like gals being like, "Oh, I'm mad. Don't call me tonight, mama." Like,
Oh wow.
like playing into the stereotype, I guess, of like whatever that term. Because we don't have that term in America. Really,
Not really. You
We
don't really.
We have shows that are awful too in that regard.
well, for
like
sure.
we had that little person show. What's it called? Little people are people too, or something like that.
Are they?
I'm a little person, and I'm a person.
Are you?
I'm shorter than you, actually. And when you opened the door, I was surprised because I've always looked at you and been like, she's so gorgeous, and I'm the
my
same height
God.
as her. And then I saw you and thought, oh, you're like a foot taller than me.
Oh my God!
And you
I
have
love
no
for
shoes
saying
on.
that.
You're you're about 5'5".
You know,
five?
my whole identity I'm 5'4", but my whole identity growing up was the short kid. I was.
You aren't, well, compared to me, you're, Amazonian. You're a different
How tall are
species
you? How tall are
almost.
you?
I thought I was 5'3", but she's saying she's 5'4". There's no way I'm only an inch. I mean, it's not possible.
Does this open up the avenue where I can compliment your breasts?
Yeah, it means the sex tape's on. It's on.
Because you have really fucking amazing breasts.
Well, actually, they're being very happily supported right now in
Well,
some kind
they're-
of structured accoutrement.
That was the first thing I noticed, Isla. I got to nuzzle my face right in your boobies with my tall height. Okay, Isla, here's another weird part of the podcast.
Okay.
We call strangers and we give them advice on their relationships.
So-
I have
do you have to
say,
go? Yeah.
No, but I have been known to give a lot of unsolicited advice.
That's the reason I started this.
So
thing,
this is
too.
solicited advice.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Because I really don't want to do it anymore. And I read a whole interesting psychology an article claiming that actually people don't even take advice in, and what a waste of time it is. And so
Probably. I mean, certainly they shouldn't be taking my advice, but
I think they should. I
But
think you've done
we
pretty
should-
well for yourself.
You know what we should do?
Yeah.
We should probably take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
Anyone needs
I should
to urinate, and then we'll come back, and then we'll call our listeners who have who've actually wrote in with questions that they need help with, whether it's relationship advice or advice with their friends, and then we'll do our best to kind of help them.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's really fun.
it's fun.
oh, great.
Yeah.